Trump administration officials have been sending babies and other young children. Oh, hold on. To at least 3. Can we put up the graphic of this? Thank you. Do we have it? No. 3 tender age shelters in South Texas. Lawyers and medical providers. I think I'm going to have to hand this off. Yeah.
Yes, like you can see here, Joe Rogan says he would like to have Russia's job if Elon Musk buys MSNBC. Rogan says he will wear the same outfit, glasses, and will tell the same lies. The comment came in response to Musk flirting with the idea of buying the far-left media outlets. Elon Musk is interested in buying MSNBC.
These 3. Can we put up the graphic of this? Thank you. Do we have it? No. 3 tender age shelters in South Texas. Lawyers and medical providers. I think I'm going to have to hand this off. Yeah. Sorry. That does it for us tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow.
I mean, if you look at some of these exit polls, I mean, I live in Virginia. Immigration was the #1 issue. I mean, again, these could change in Virginia.
Well, Virginia does have a border with West Virginia. Very contested area.
Build the wall. Like, what?
I was just reading something about CNN's ratings and MSNBC's ratings post-election. They've crashed. All these left-wing kooks on YouTube are hemorrhaging subscribers, where people go, you guys are out of touch. You're not accurate. You're delusional. And people are speaking with their subscriptions.
Rachel Maddow is the first person to see some of the pay cuts coming down to MSNBC. Rachel Maddow made $30 million a year. Do people still watch her? I find it really hard to believe that people still watch Rachel Maddow. I think what happens is there's a lot of hospitals and nursing homes that turn on MSNBC during Rachel Maddow's hour and then just let it run in the background. She ain't making $30 million anymore. She's only making $25 million now. She only works once a week. She comes into the office one time a week to sit down and spew propaganda and lie to the American people about the things that are going on, and then leaves once a week. $30 million seems a little excessive for working once a week. Comcast is in the middle of selling off MSNBC.
Yes, it is actually amazing to see how these people are burning. I didn't expect this to be happening. There's pure lies, lies upon lies. Now their ratings crashing. They want to sell off MSNBC. When you take a look at this tweet, Elon Musk want to know how much MSNBC costs to buy. I will pay to see him walk into Rachel Maddow's studio with a famous singer. A lot of people are extremely excited that Elon Musk is proposing to buy MSNBC. He started like a joke. We saw the same thing with Twitter when he wanted to buy. He asked how much. The same thing he is doing with this network. People are serious about it. When you go through, you can see that these people are not doing well. Rachel, the other day, is in tears because they had to trim her salary to a level she has never experienced, and they continue to call out Elon Musk over and over. They cannot get over it because X is actually where people take their news. They don't depend again on the mainstream media.
Elon Musk bought X and turned it into the social media arm of the MAGA movement. And we all sat there right in the middle of it during the campaign, possibly not realizing that we're sitting there like fat chickens just getting attacked all day and just being part of this MAGA messaging. However, the election's over. Everybody's getting smarter and better. I'm not sure that the right idea is to leave Twitter and just go to Blue Sky, a friendlier place, because then we remain in our echo chambers. I don't think that you should necessarily stay in Twitter every day and battle it out and let yourself doom scroll of all the hate coming at you. But I want to see it. I want to read what's happening there, right? And so I think at least staying in those spaces is important because I want to hear the other things.
Eddie, you know, John Heilman, it is interesting following up on this Elon Musk point, as far as don't make yourself too big, right? Right? If you want to stick around, it's very interesting that Elon Musk publicly on X, I think it was yesterday, publicly was pressuring Donald Trump to pick Lutnick as Treasury Secretary, along with the esteemed Cat Turd. And as goes Cat Turd on X, so goes Middle America. But the pressuring, for those of you who don't know, that's an account. I think that's an account on X, right? And this account, Cat Turd, was actually weighing in.
I'm a little concerned that you know that, but okay.
Yes.
You can now understand why Comcast want to split these people, because they realize what these people spew on air is affecting NBC. So the only thing to do now is to split them off. Russia used to receive a lot of money every year, but from the informations we are getting, they have cut down to 25 million. But I really ask myself, what is this lady doing to be taking this amount of money? I really want to know. B. O'Reilly drop a bombshell revealing Comcast want to throw MSNBC overboard to save NBC from its hateful reality. They are not putting anything into MSNBC. They want to sell it off. You can get MSNBC for nothing. The next show on the media chopping block is ABC, The View. ABC News is going to have to cut ties with The View. O'Reilly revealed, leaving Chris and Stephen A. speechless.
Going down to kiss the ring with Trump, they say, we had to meet with him. I don't have any problem with people meeting with the president-elect. I mean, that's an opportunity any journalist would take. What is your take on it, Stephen A. Smith, for people who haven't seen the show?
Well, Bill, on the Stephen A. Smith show this evening, I basically called it out, and I said, wait a minute, you associated him with Nazis. You called him a racist. Did you tell him that to his face when you went to Mar-a-Lago? Did you confirm that you still feel that way, or did you turn around and retract that statement? And did you turn around and retract that statement to his face and say, "Hey, that you were wrong"?
I don't even think he requested an apology.
Well, again, it doesn't
Trump
have
just
to.
wants to do business.
Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is that being an adult, if that's what you did, first of all, it shouldn't have been done in the first place, particularly by folks in that position. And secondly, if you did it, but then you asked to meet with him, it wasn't the other way around, and then you met with him. Did you acknowledge that you said those things, apologize for it, or stand in front of his face and tell him how you felt? Because I think that goes a long way towards really redirecting, to use their word, in terms of the direction that they were going in and how they needed to redirect and, look things over.
Comcast said, you two, we're going to have to try to mend some cliche fences, and you two are going to go in there and you're going to try to tamp it down. Because Comcast knew the next day they were going to announce that MSNBC is vapor. That is a huge media story.
Why is it vapor? Just because they're spinning it off and putting them in they're spinning off a bunch of brands.
There's no spin-off.
Yeah, there is. It's a spin-off company.
There's no spin-off. See, you buy the propaganda, Cuomo.
Oh, okay.
See what I mean about
I'm just saying
people?
what's being reported.
All right.
But what do you know?
Yeah, I know, but why would you believe what's being reported? You want the real story? Here it comes.
Please.
So they're uncoupling their word, Comcast, MSNBC from NBC News. That means MSNBC has no resources at all. None. They're not going to be able to pay these people millions of dollars, Rachel Maddow, whatever she's making. NBC News is saying, we don't want you around. Why? Because NBC News' numbers, Lester Holt and the Today Show, are catastrophe, because half the country equates NBC News with MSNBC, and they won't watch. So NBC is desperately trying to save the mothership of information, and they have to throw MSNBC overboard. They're not putting anything into MSNBC. They want to sell it. So where's Georgie Soros now? Georgie's buying radio stations. You can get MSNBC for nothing. They'll give it to you. They don't want any more of this. Why? Because it's hateful. Not because it's so far left. The whole NBC Comcast hierarchy is far left. But it's hateful. They hate Trump. They hate people who vote for Trump. Everybody knows that. And you know what's next? The View. ABC News is going to have to cut ties with The View. And you saw that today or yesterday when Sonny Hostin had to read a legal statement in the middle of a segment.
When you take a look at this article recently put out by The Guardian, the US telecommunication giant Comcast are now planning to spin off cable news network, including MSNBC, and as traditional TV audiences continue to dwindle. MSNBC, CNBC, USA, Oxygen, SIF, and the Gulf Channel will form part of a new publicly traded company, while Comcast focuses on brands including NBC and Bravo. When you look at our asset, talented management team, and balance sheet strength, we are able to set these businesses up for future growth, said Brian. The spin-off company will have significant financial resources from the onset, Robert claimed, and be ideally positioned for success and highly attractive to investors, content creators, distributors, and potential partners. Elon Musk is coming out asking the price of the selling this. I don't know how serious he is, but believe Elon Musk, when he starts something like this, at the end of the day, he is damn serious. I saw this, and if you check on X right now, MSNBC is trending.
I have a legal note.
You want to take this one, Joy, or are you
Matt
good?
Gaetz has long denied all allegations
On screen. Sonny, you have a legal note.
I do have a legal note. Thank you, Whoopi. Matt Gaetz has long denied all allegations.
Play that sound for me again with what Oprah Winfrey said.
What do you think about all the celebrities with their mass exodus?
Over these numbers. $10 million for Beyonce.
It's to make real change. He's got to not attack the left and not attack everybody. Let them all talk their but unite. Now it's time to unite everybody.
Harris is because they have been paid.
Oh, is it true that they paid you $1 million for the endorsement for Kamala?
Not true.
Not true, okay.
I want to know what would change after doing this.
I'm gonna shake it off.
Figure out a way to say thank you.
No matter how you disagree with someone politically, you should never pray for this.
That guy.
I mentioned that guy's name. He's such an absolute prick. I can't stand him. But anyway.
Hey there. I'm guessing you're not doing great. Me neither.
Let's be honest, it was a terrible night.
What will the rest of us be doing on day one?
Now, well,
Bishop Vigano, he says that
A lot of people were confused about why.
The sacrifice.
But that's okay, because you know what? Listen,